is not my typical type of content, but I have got this bag of yarn that is all like little partial skeins. It's just like a bunch of random yarn, and I want to see what I can crochet from this yarn. And so what we're going to be doing in this video is crocheting things from scrap yarn. And to give you an idea of what we're working with, I'm just going to go ahead and show you. Shall I dump it out? Yes, I shall. Oh, hey vlog. So I don't normally do a lot of vlogs. I thought that I would give one a try and see how it goes, because I do have some projects that I want to get done. Part of my 2025 goals is to use up my yarn stash. I have a couple ideas, and I'm going to show you a couple things that I think we're going to do in this video and see how far we can get. This is my Can We Crochet Something Out of the Scrap Bag project. So let me show you what I'm talking about. This is how my yarn is organized currently. Not very organized, but that's beside the point. This is the bag in question. It's kind of just a hodgepodge of random tangled up mess of yarn. And so I want to challenge myself and see what I can, oh, missing strawberry. Where did that come from? I guess that fell there. I want to see how much stuff I can make out of this bag of scrap yarn. So let's dive into this bag and see what we have, and then we can determine like what we're going to make out of it. To give you an idea of what we're working with, I'm just going to go ahead and show you. Oh look, here's another scrap. Another scrap. Let me show you what we're working with. Shall I dump it out? Yes, I shall. Come on now. This is what we're working with. And so now the first step to this whole project is going to be unwinding and untangling all of this yarn. So I'm going to set the time lapse and let you guys watch me through this, and we'll see how it goes. I'm not sure how this is going to go. But then we'll see what we're working with, and my challenge for the next day or two while I film this vlog is that I can only use this yarn to crochet from. We'll see how many things I make and how much of the bag is gone by the time this vlog is over. So first step is let's sort this yarn. Here is what we are looking like so far. This is all sorted. These all came from those rounded, I forgot what they're Bernette blanket, and I got them on clearance, and they just make a big mess. And I don't have a winder yet, so this is what I am dealing with. So I went from that big giant pile to, I'm down to this. I tried to get out the bigger like balls and stuff. So now I'm just working my way through this last little thing and seeing what colors I can get out of here. I'm gonna see if I can get this done. I'm almost done. I have this much left to unravel. And then we're gonna take a look at all of the yarn, and I'm going to decide what kinds of things I'm gonna make with it. I'm gonna try and just stick to little things. So we're almost there. So while I'm untangling this last little bit of yarn, I thought I would kind of go over what I'm thinking. I have a market coming up in February, and I think that with these little bits of yarn, I can make little octos. I can go through all my like PawsgysPlace mini guys, little critters, I mean, and see about making some of those. Little gummy bears, I could make little gummy bears out of this stuff. And then with like some of the stuff that's that I have a little bit more of, I'm thinking I could make maybe some loaf cats. So I'm gonna try and stick to things like that I know do well at markets, because I do have a market coming up in February. And it would be really cool to just get rid of all this random yarn. I may end up doing some little find a little scrappy, like a bear pattern, and that's smaller that I have, and make it like a little scrappy bear out of some of the scraps. But I think for some of it I can do octos, gummy bears. Oh, this is the color that I use for my little mini stingrays. So I might undo this and use this white, or I could use cream on the underside of those. So I have stingrays are an option. I have lots of little bits. So I'm thinking a scrappy teddy bear of sorts. Not a big one. I've made a big scrappy bear, but I haven't made a smaller one. The big ones kind of take a while. Look at this. Oh. I was very tempted to just throw this all in the trash, but then I'm like, you know what? No. I'm gonna just get rid of it by using it. What? Look at this. This is kind of getting on my last nerve. I'm telling you, worsted weight yarn really messes things up. This worsted weight yarn is causing issues here. Trying to grab the Bernette blanket and pull it out. It will be so fun to use all this up and just see what all we can make with it. I think it'll be fun. Pulling out little random things of yarn. I'm gonna use them though. Okay, that's a pretty big size of purple. This is a bunch of Parfait Chunky, I think. It's a big amount. I don't know what I'm gonna make with that. Oh, okay. I'm gonna put you back on time lapse. Okay, so I am down to this right here, and have decided that I'm just gonna cut this acrylic yarn out of the velvet, because acrylic yarn is pretty inexpensive and I don't use it very much. I'm not even sure how it got in with all of this, but it doesn't need to be here. So we're going to just see if I can get all of this acrylic yarn out of this velvet so I can use the velvet. But I'm pretty proud of myself for not giving up on this, because I almost did. Almost. I was about done. And I was like, no, I can use this yarn. Did it eat my scissors? It's trying to eat my scissors now. Look at this. I really want to use this velvet yarn for something. So I really want to get this acrylic yarn out of here. So I'm just going to start cutting to get it out of there. That's making it worse. All right, so this doesn't have any acrylic in it. So close. Just want it done. Oh Lord, this is annoying. Get out of there. Okay. Here is the acrylic yarn that I am not going to be doing anything with for this project, because I don't really use acrylic yarn for much. I will put this in a bag and save it in case I need to make leaves for anything. So there's a possibility I could use it. That parfait chunky that is just kind of falling apart. So I'm not sure how much of this I will actually use. And I will just put it over here with this little bit of parfait chunky that I have. So I have black. This I might be able to use that for spots or something, maybe for a cow. And then I have this and this. So this is all the parfait chunky that I have. This is the Bernette velvet that I have. Not sure what I can make out of that, but I might like double strand it and make something out of it. And then all this is Bernette blanket. There's a couple of Big Twist plush, I think, but pretty much everything else is Bernette blanket. So I'm gonna take one big photo of all of this, and then I'm gonna start figuring out what to make. All right, so reality check. I just now took down our Christmas tree. But anyways, I think for my first project, for the scrap bag project, I am going to take this velvet yarn, and I think I'm gonna try and make a little PawsgysPlace bunny. So we will see. Okay, so there is the amount of that yarn that I have left, and here's the two little guys that I made. Okay, the next thing I think I'm gonna make is some little mice, and I'm gonna use this. I think I need also a little bit of pink, so hopefully that's enough. So this is all I have left of the pink from the scrap bag. So I still need to add 2 little feet, and I know this is not enough, so I'm just going to grab a little bit from my normal yarn stash and use it to finish this, because I don't want it to look stupid by using a different color yarn. So I'm going to allow myself to dig into my yarn stash to finish little projects if I don't have enough of a certain color. Now, sometimes I probably won't have the color, so I'll have to make do, but for something like this, I know I have more of this pink, so I'm going to go grab that so I can finish this little mouse. I'm just going to use a little bit of this skein to finish off this little last foot. Because I need to make a bobble in here. Just so close to getting it all done. Let me see if that turned out okay. Tighten up the yarn. Oh, I feel like I did something wrong. I feel like I forgot. I think I need a stitch there. And then let's put this on. Now let's see if that looks better. Yeah, that's better. There we go. So I had to use a little bit from my stash, but that's okay because little guy couldn't have a different colored foot. That would just be silly. All right. Someone asked me once how I stuffed my plushies, so I thought I would just go ahead and stuff this little guy and show you. Now, usually what I like to do is fluff up the stuffing a little bit, and then as I put it in, I kind of push it in and shape it in the shape that I want, like so that it kind of packs in a little bit, and then I'll put some more in and stuff it. And like just kind of push it up in there so that it's nice and firm but not poking out of the plushie, you know what I mean? Like you don't want it like so much that it's bulging. But like this has a little nose, so I'm going to take some stuffing and kind of just like put it where it's supposed to be in the nose so that it kind of shapes. And then I need some more. And you're probably going to use more than you think. So that's kind of what I do. And then before I close it all the way up, I'll get it to the point where I'm going to close up the hole. And then what I'll do is I'll show you what I do. Just get to that point. All right, so before I actually close it all the way up, I'll give it one last like push in there, and usually I'll have to put in a little bit more stuffing. But I want to make sure that it's not like too stuffed too full that you can like the stitches are spread far apart. But I think that's good. So then the last thing is just to close it on up. Yeah, I think I like that. I usually go back and forth over the hole a couple times. Close it up. I like to do a couple knots. And then we're going to send it back into the plushie. Come out a stitch. Oh, I lost it. to go into the same stitch, out a stitch somewhere, it doesn't matter where, and then you're going to go back into the same place, and you're just going to kind of lose the tail on the inside of the plushie. Oh, I lost the tail before I even went back. Into the same hole, and then out just to lose it inside. And then you can clip the yarn tail. And goodbye. All right, my little mouse needs ears, and then this one will be, oh, and then face details. It needs a nose and our little, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do whiskers. I think it has whiskers, yeah. Nose, whiskers, and ears. And this one will be done. Okay, here is the little mouse. I still need to add whiskers, but I will do that later. Turned out pretty cute. I'm gonna grab some yarn for my next little critter. I think this is the next one that I'm gonna make, so let's go grab some dark gray. See, I have this pile right here. I'm gonna grab, I guess I'll grab this. I don't know. Let's just do this. Add some white. Okay, I know I've shared this in other videos, but when I'm working with blanket yarn and kind of smaller eyes, I like to secure the eyes a little bit more by placing like something on the opposite side before I do the backing. So right now I'm just using some felt. I was using cross stitch fabric, but I ran out. So I have the eyes placed where I want them. And so what I like to do is just kind of flip it like that. And then get to the back of the eye. Oops. I put a little slit on there, and then I'll place the eye backing. I just feel like that makes it a little more secure. Oh, where'd that one go? Oh, there it is. Because blanket yarn just isn't as tightly knit as some of the other yarns. So, and I have a bunch of felt that I have just laying around, so I thought I'd just use it up. So we're gonna place that over there, the back. Because I don't know, but these backs are just so small. So we're gonna just put that back on there. And I just feel that makes it a little more secure. I don't know. I just still want to use safety eyes on these little guys because embroidering eyes takes a while. And I don't want to charge more than I have to for these. So I need to cut that off. All right, this one's ready to stuff. Looks like I need some black yarn for this koala to finish him off. So I'm gonna go over to my scrap yarn and see what I can find. I think I might want to use some of this. I think that would look pretty cool. So let me see if I can find a piece of this. Okay, I just feel like this parfait chunky will give it a little bit of an extra, like a different look for his little nose. We're going to go across a couple of rows here. Look at the picture. Start in between his eyes, so it's kind of in between. Ugh. Let's come right there. All right, we're gonna leave a little tail, and then we're just gonna go back and forth, I guess. Oh gosh, love parfait chunky, and it's shedding. I feel like I need to go up a little more. Ah, that's too far. I guess I'll just finish out this piece of parfait chunky, and we'll call it good. It needs more over here. Okay, I think this might be the last one. Just run back down. Yeah, that's gonna do it. We're just gonna take that back down, meet up with this guy down here. And then once it's tied off, then I'm gonna adjust it. I did find a use for some parfait chunky. Yay. There's his little nose. That's so cute. All right, now I need to go find some yarn for tufts. I think I have some that might work to put like right there. Okay, I do not have any fur yarn, so I do have this pipsqueak yarn. I don't know. I'm not buying any new yarn, so definitely not gonna buy any yarn just for this. So I guess you just kind of, it says to put a tuft there. I don't know. It's not really gonna look the same as the little cute tufts. I'll loop it a couple times. Okay, I think that's gonna have to be good enough. I'm gonna tie these off and call it good enough. I don't have the needle that I like to use for this, so I'm just gonna be really careful. All right, I think that works. Little tufts. Cool, it's done. Okay, so this scrap bag challenge is probably gonna take more than one video because it's gonna have to be a series because I'm gonna do as much as I can today for this vlog, and this will be posted tomorrow, which is Friday. Today's Thursday. And then I think I'm just gonna keep working on the scrap bag and filming what I make from it, and then I'll have a part 2 and maybe a part 3. I don't know how many parts it's gonna take to actually finish all of it, but it's more yarn than I thought. So I will keep working today and show you what I make, and then I'll end the vlog tonight when I'm done so that I can get this edited and posted for Friday's video. That was my plan. So we're just gonna go with that and see how it goes. But right now I gotta get breakfast, and so we'll do that. These are the ingredients for my breakfast, and it's going to be, and here's breakfast. I'm gonna eat this and grab some coffee, and I'll be back to crocheting. Okay, I'm back from breakfast and getting myself ready for the day. I still need to put all the Christmas decorations away and get back to crocheting. So I'm looking at the yarn and I'm trying to decide what to make next. I'm feeling like I want to make some rays, some stingrays. So that goes with that. I have quite a bit of that. And then I'm gonna take the white from this, I think, and then use the rest of that white and make some stingrays. Okay, so I'm gonna start this by just taking out this white because the chances of me actually making this snowman and finishing it are pretty slim. So I'm gonna make as many stingrays as I can with the white that I have. Let's see. Wasted 2 set of eyes, but that's okay. Yeah, I could probably get that back off and reuse that. Yep. Nice. Put those over there. That gives me a little more white to use. And then I'll have some more black to use for something else. So we're just gonna break that. It'll be fine. All right, toss the hat back over there. All right, let's make some stingray bellies. And I think that's a different color, but let's just set that to the side. See, that's green. All right, where's that? The pattern that I use for this is on YouTube, and I will link it below. Okay, I made the first underside of the first ray. Now let's see how much white we have left. I don't know if we're gonna have enough. Oh, definitely not enough. This is all I have left. So it looks like we're only gonna be making one stingray. So I guess that's fun. I was kind of hoping that we would be able to make a couple stingrays, but not today, not in this video. Unless we use cream. I could use cream for them. I don't know. No, we'll just keep it interesting and make different things with all this yarn. So I will come back and show you the stingray when I'm done with it. But here's the ray. Stingray's all done, and it's time to move on to the next project. I'm not sure if it will, but I am gonna see if this will make a loaf cat. I'm gonna do the face in cream and the ears in cream, the feet in cream, and the body in this. So we'll see. Okay, I've finished another little make with my stash yarn. This little otter, so cute. I'm gonna have to put down crochet for a while and get some stuff done around the house, and I have some errands to run. So I've been crocheting most of the day, just not like super fast or anything, just taking my time. And I haven't made a dent in this at all. I've decided that this is going to be a series where I will update you. Hopefully I'll have all this done before my first market, so I can make a thing of I made all of these with scrap yarn kind of thing. But there is no way that I'm going to be able to get any more crocheting done before this video is planned to go out. Maybe should have planned a little better, but I'm kind of new to like the vlogging style videos. Let me show you what I got, and then we'll just kind of wrap this up. So here's what the yarn is looking like. I know it looks like I've used a lot, or I've used some. Okay, not a lot because there's still a lot left. I moved these over here because I have a plan for these, and it's going to be in another video. It'll be a video next week, I think. I should be able to get that done. But this one's going to be a fun project. And then I'm just going to continue to market prep things using this yarn and only dipping into my yarn stash when I absolutely need it. Like I don't think I have any more white. That's the last of my white. So I'm gonna just do my best to use what I can and not use the yarn from my yarn mall. Here are the things that I've made so far with scrap yarn. The 2 velvet bunnies with Bernette blanket or Bernette velvet. The little mouse, otter, and koala, and these are all PawsgysPlace little critters. So I made 5 little critters. Then I made this chubby frog, and this is all from Jade's chubby frog pattern. I made the stingray from Teresa's crochet shop here on YouTube. I still need to put the mouth on it. I made this little loaf cat from Anne Caraway Art. The last one I made was this little Octo that I freehanded this pattern when I was sitting at a market and I was bored. And so this is one that I might do a tutorial on. I have to work out the placement of the eyes and stuff, but so this is everything I've crocheted with my scrap yarn. So that is where we're at with the scrap yarn, but now I need your help. So I'm really stumped on what I can make with that maroon. So if you guys have any ideas of what I can make with maroon, I would love that. And then I know I can make rays with that, but if you guys can think of anything with this color, it's kind of like a slate-ish, kind of bluish green. I don't know. And then anything else that you see that I could make. I'm thinking loaf cap for that. Maybe some octos, I guess, for them this other. And this is parfait chunky, so I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with that. So that is gonna do it for today's vlog. I have got to get this stuff put away. I've got to go run some errands, and I might get some more crocheting done tonight. So if I get any more crocheting done, I will do a updated clip with any more that I get done from this project. That's gonna do it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe, because on Sunday we have Granny Square Sunday, and then next week will be an update on that project on the floor. And yeah, so thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye. All right, I have a couple of oh my gosh, there's still green in here. Get away. To go into a part 2, maybe 3. But I think I already said that. A dent in this at all. Where a couple before this, maybe should have, so